have it somewhat hard. Don't like that. Hi guys, Steve at Split Charge again. So, got a nice lovely motorhome in today. This one's actually seen one of the videos that I've done in the past, and they have the same style van. So we're just planning out the solar on the roof. We've quoted them for some different panels, but now it's here. We can see that we can get quite a bit more on. So each one of them squares is 120 watts and we can get 6 on. So we're actually getting quite a bit of solar on the roof of this one. On this fan, we're going to take off the TV satellite dish thing. That's coming off, and we're going to put a Starlink in there as well. So yeah, let's have a look inside the van. Right, so air conditioning going in the back window port, so we're going to remove that window, put a nice air conditioning unit in it. We've also got Starlink that's going to sit inside here on some suction cups to do a special bracket for these vans. I'm going to hide the wire so you don't have the power cable dangling around everywhere. I'm going to have it so it's just tucks inside here. I'm going to lower the TV down because they're sat like this at the minute trying to watch TV, and we don't like doing that, dear. So I'm going to lower that down as much as I can. Change the 240 volt socket for a double 240 volt and a USB so they can plug a fire stick in without having loads of different plugs and boxes and transformers everywhere. And then I'm also going to put a power socket in here for one of the devices in here that they need. Then of course, servo screen. It's lovely little home there, just perfect for it. So we're going to put one there. This fan is pretty much the same as one I've done before. So I already know behind this space here, I've got room for 2 batteries. So we're going to take all these boxes off, move them all over to the side. We're going to have an inverter down this side and 2 460 Fogstar Pros under there. So yeah, it should be a lovely system once I finish this one.
So Steve makes a start by moving some of the original components and hanging the inverter.
I've got the inverter hooked on now, ready to screw in. I've moved the consumer unit up there, so then I've got all this area at the bottom clear now. I've started running some cables, pulling some back, getting rid of some. Yeah, we're making good progress. I've got to cut this board off here. I don't think I can actually take that board out to cut it, so I might have to just cut it with the multi-tool. Just try and get a nice straight line there. Then I've got a cover board that's going to go over the top and cover it all up. Which is actually the board that was supposed to be in here, but I'm going to take that out and put it there. So it covers the batteries up, and then we can leave this area open. So it's got nice ventilation, and you can actually look at it. It does look quite nice when I've finished on these.
So here he goes, making sure he gets a nice straight line to cut this board.
So we've got a nice straight line now, so I've just got to go get the tools, get my PPE, and we'll cut this off, and hopefully this board comes apart. It's definitely something up there. There we go. Yeah, it didn't screw. Right, so it's nearly 4 o'clock now. We're getting close to home time, and I've got to move some vans around, so I thought we'd do a quick video now before we carry on. So, inverter's on. I've got my 240 volt cables in and up to the consumer unit. I've got all my Victron stuff mounted, apart from another solar charger that we didn't have in stock, so that's on its way here tomorrow. This customer's wanting to have some external fold out solar panels just as an additional backup, just in case they ever need it. So we're going to put a separate controller in for them, and I'll have a plug on a fly lead running out of this board so they can just plug their solar panels into it, and then they're ready to go. So I've got solar isolator, DC to DC charger, servo, and then space for another solar charger. And then on the other side of this board here, I've got MIDI mega fuse box, my buzz bar, and then the factory DC to DC charger. So that has a lithium setting on it, so we can tie that in with our excess, and then we can get 75 amps worth of charging from the engine. So it just helps with, because we've got such a large battery on this one, it helps having that little bit more. This board has 2 layers to it, so I can hide the wiring behind the cupboard, and just because I can hide it doesn't mean I make it messy. It always has to be neat, no matter what. No matter if you don't see it or not, all my wiring's got to be neat. So I've got this little board out the way so I can get my hand down and actually feed everything round together. First job tomorrow is probably just a little bit more wiring, and then I've got to make the batteries fit. Yeah, I've had quite a good day, and hopefully this will be 99% done tomorrow. We'll have the solar on the roof tomorrow, and hopefully all the wiring done on the inside. Right, so day 2 on this motorhome. Came in a little bit early this morning, and I've got the brackets all made up and solar panels prepped. So we custom make these brackets out of angle aluminium, and they're screwed in with stainless screws, and then we bond these down to the roof. So we've got a nice big surface area on this for a good stick basically to the roof. We've got 6 of these, all exactly the same. Yeah, they're a really nice panel, and with our angle aluminium brackets, they can't really get much better than that. So yeah, let's get them on the roof and get them stuck down and get them wired up.
So once Steve's got those solar panels up on the roof, he has a quick chat over with Ian to discuss how they're going to run cabling. Ian makes a start on that with the solar cables, and also getting this socket fitted. And before you know it, that's the end of day 2.
Alright, so day 3, we're nearly done in here now. The rest of the Victron stuff's come. I've got one more wire to get through the floor, and then this side can be all finished off and put together and programmed. We've just got some little bits to do inside the van that we've been asked to do extra. So we're going to get them on, get them done, and get the aircon on the roof.
So Steve cracks on with getting the batteries secure and in place, and then running his cable into the front of the vehicle. While he's doing that, Ian makes a start on the inside by moving the TV down. And then Steve's next job, aircon.
So now I need to get the aircon wire in, which is going to come through here. I need to use this to do it. So I need to put that through the roof cavity, and I need to stop it at the exact right place, because it just after where I need to stop, it curves, so I have to stop at the right place. So let's have a go.
So this is one of the scarier parts of the job, making sure that you measure and measure again so that we get it right first time. But then
I bet it's not hard. Don't like that. Think of it a bit of wood. Oh, there'll be bits of wood running across the roof. Let's see where it is. It's there. Now we need to try and go through it. At this point, we are very committed.
A few moments later.
That's as far as I can go.
thankfully that wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So he just cracks on doing a bit more measuring, getting the hole drilled on the inside. Have you done it, Steve?
I think so. I'm just about to find out. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh, I've only gone and done it!
So now that the hard bit's out of the way, Steve cracks on, getting everything fixed into place and sticking it down. So let's check in with Steve. You happy with what you've done so far, Steve?
Oh yeah.
So while Ian cracks on fitting the servo screen, Sam comes and joins us to do some programming. And then that's it. We're all done.
Right, so we're pretty much done. Well, we are done now. We're all cleaned out. Everything's how it's going to stay now. The customers was all right with not having a cover on, so they could see the lovely Victron gear. So if you want to come in, I'll show you what I've done. So we've got solar isolator, solar charger for the big solar array on the roof, DC to DC charger, solar controller for some fold out solar panels for additional charging if they need it, and then I put down a little tiny flyer lead so they can get that outside and just push it back. Turbo inverter, and I've put the breakers in the top, and then I've hidden the fuses, the buzz bar, and the old DC to DC charger, which I've switched over to lithium, so we've got 75 amps of charging from the engine, and that's all just behind this little trim panel that's held in with 4 screws. So if they ever have any problems, it's just 4 screws and they can get to all the fuses. But them fuses never go. If them fuses go, there's big problems. So it's something that never blows. So let's go have a look inside. Aircon's not all in now. It's nice and cold. Nice little lovely unit. So let's go further forward. So we've changed the socket for the TV. That's now on a double socket, so when they've got the Starlink plugged in, they've still got a socket available. Starlink cables all nice and tucked away in the top, so they don't have a cable running around it, dangling around everywhere when they're not using it, because they want to use the Starlink in the house as well. We moved the TV down 150mm, so it's a nice height for when they're sat in the front chairs, and servo touchscreen. Thanks for joining us with this one. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.